Good timing, right? Alright, timestamp. It's May 22nd, 2026. About 3 a.m. I've been up for about an hour. Get some coffee. The mug decision. What are we feeling like today? I hate that cabinet. The hinge makes a weird click popping sound, which you just observed. And it's just kind of a piercing sound. We're going to do some large face Bugs Bunny. Still a little congested. Spent some time in the loft, the workshop with my best girl, going through moving boxes of Beanie Babies. My mom they're 60, maybe more, medium totes, exactly, of Beanie Babies. Now, alright, from a collector standpoint, because this is at least much closer to what I do than, say, steering wheels. Much closer. Like, at least in my wheelhouse. But, my God, the inventory. This is going to be long-term May. We brought in 4 garbage bags. The totes themselves won't really fit through some of the doorways and stuff because of the way my dad constructed the security elements of the area because of the burglar. They're in great shape, and I mean that, that's not sarcasm. They were wrapped in bags inside sealed storage totes. You did that part right. And gotta admit, they're nice. They're nice. But, man, I wish you would have put some of your money into other things. I mean, Dad had complained about it getting a little out of hand. And, yeah, no, he was right to do so. All sizes. Which I knew they made them, but I didn't realize Mom had gone there. They are nice, though. I mean, that hang tag there, I think they call it a swing tag. I'm learning. Who are you? What is your name, sir? Thank you. PJ. A little "to" from tag in there. That's cute. That is a nice traditional teddy bear. Roosevelt will be proud. But yeah, I mean, but we brought in 4 bags worth, 4 garbage bags. We basically, we've got, oh dear God, Kaiser's doing an abomination. Probably destroying a litter robot in the living room. Thanks, buddy. Um, oof. That old man's cat. That old man cat's poop is just vile. CDC just called. Police said stop. Um, Also, who? It stings the eyes. So, between ones that we went, okay, I like that. Because my wife and I both are fans of plush, admittedly. Between ones that we pulled and the 4 bags behind me that I'm going to start researching, I already started researching the Princess Bear, which I had a familiarity with. My wife has one. Now she has as many as she wants. For those of you who don't know, it came out in '97. It's a purple bear with a white rose, and it was a Princess Diana commemorative bear. Was a big deal at the time. It was a really big deal. Princess Diana, we'd recently lost her, and there were apparently rumors that were not accurate about shortages and limited edition and all that. They made a bunch. They made a bunch. But there were some scares. So the value's been all over the place over the years. There's 9 different editions essentially that came out with different. The bear's pretty much the same, but like the tag information's different, which puts it in a different. It's like a comic book with a variant cover. It can be the same issue number 3 inside the guts of the book, but there's a foil cover, there's a chromatic cover, there's also a couple of variant art covers, same kind of thing. And some of them are worth $150 and some of them are worth $10. And that's just the small ones. They made a bigger one too, like that teddy bear I just showed you. They made some princess bears that are like that big too, or maybe a little bit smaller. Ask me how I know. She's got 100 of the small princess bears. More than. The bigger ones, we've found I think at least 20 or 30. Which, from a value standpoint, it might kind of be a good problem to have, but man, I'm going to be swimming in these. Holy cats. You couldn't have just bought, I don't know, gold bullion or something instead? That would have been a lot easier to manipulate. Just put the $100,000 that you probably spent on this stuff in the bank. Buy some stocks with it. Buy Nike, buy Apple, do something like that. So with the 4 bags and the other stuff that we pulled out for us, we emptied 3 totes, which is cool because it gives us a little bit more room to move around in there because it was packed tight. Packed tight. Like you got totes wedged against the ceiling, tight. Oh, that's fabulous. We ran to Aldi real quick today because Alex was out of creamer, and in case you haven't figured this out, Pix is not a coffee drinker, she's a tea hound. That's fine, I accommodate her as well. She's got some really great stuff. This house runs on coffee. So if somebody's out of creamer, That's actually, that's a big deal. That is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. That's really good. So I have picked up um, the Aldi house brand coffees before, and they're actually quite good. Um, with all the coffee we've been drinking and I hadn't been able to replenish. There were a lot of places I couldn't order what I normally order. We were out of, like, I don't have any creme brulee right now, which hurts my soul. I cannot express to you. I can't get the Harry and David cream brulee right now, which really, you're killing me, Smalls. So I picked up a bag of the Aldi Barissimo, I think, the French vanilla. And Alex apparently brewed up a pot. Bless you, kiddo. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So, thank you. It's nice to wake up to that, you know? Wake up and there's a good pot of coffee kind of waiting for you. Half a pot. You know, he drank some. It was cool. But I got a big old Bugs Bunny large face mug over here full of French vanilla coffee. We're off to a good start. We're off to an okay start here. I'm feeling good about this. But yeah, we emptied 3 of the medium totes. We're not running out. We're not running out. We're good. We're good. We're okay. Okay, so my wife, when we get through all of this, she wants a Jeep. We both want Jeeps, honestly. She wants a Jeep with her ducks, rubber ducks across the front. It's a thing. I need to research that because I'm still a little confused as to the how do that this started. It's amusing though. My mom has hundreds of Thai beanie baby ducks. Mallards, little yellow ducks, like rubber ducky, but not rubber, they're, you know, plush. There's hundreds of them up there. It's become a joke. She'll open a tote and be like, "Oh, look, ducks." I keep threatening that that's all she's going to be allowed to have in the front of her Jeep. She doesn't think it's incredibly funny, you know. Oh, man. We've been vanilla coffee-less for a week or more. One Thai that Pix found today, still kind of waking up, a little bit of a headache and congestion from a health check standpoint. Oh, Kaiser, you are an evil, evil creature. Problem is, okay, this is going to be gross, so I'm going to show you anyway. So what you just saw is he stands. Invasion of Time is on right now. I had that Blu-ray going. Kaiser will stand inside the robot with his basically butt aimed at the rest of the room and begin to poop. So some of it will get into the robot, and then the rest of it goes down the front of the robot. Why does he do this? We don't know. We don't like that. It's the only one that doesn't quite aim correctly. I had pushed play on Invasion of Time and then said, no, I need to get up. So Pix did find this, which is fabulous. It's one of the ones where it's kind of jointed. You can, like, the limbs, it's like action figure jointed, the limbs and the head. And yes, it's a frog wearing basically a cape. Love it. Love it. You get him, K9. But yeah. I think I'm going to use the, we still got some bags here. This is mostly stuff that I think we wanted. Oh, here, I got, is that a princess? Yeah. It's a princess bear. Apparently the important stuff's on that swing tag and the tush tag. That's right, I'm showing you a bear's butt. Hundreds of them. There's, I think I might have showed you this already, but that's just kind of fabulous. Very Gettys. It's a sunflower bear. Okay, you got my attention with that one. But yeah, no. Quantity-wise, there are literally thousands of Beanie Babies. If I were to lowball, I'd say there's at least 5,000. There's at least 5,000 Beanie Babies up there. $60 medium totes, each one of those. The regular smaller size Beanie Babies. It'll hold 60 to 100 of those. The larger ones, maybe only like 20 or 30 in a tote. There's probably 5,000 plus Beanie Babies. I could open a kiosk or a very small shop with that inventory. No, I don't plan on it. Don't mistake this. No, I do not plan on doing that. But I could. So, if we're going to maintain our exit plan, which is really wrapping up down here in another year, I gotta start now. With that kind of volume, trying to work around the space and whatnot, I gotta start now. I think I just thought of this a little while ago, because I've been emptying the 4 Patriots MRE boxes. They're really sturdy, long, thin totes. I think I'm gonna reuse those as my Thai eBay totes. Rebag everything into lots once I get them up. Label those so I can find things more easily. And, yeah. Because I got a bunch of them. So that could actually work pretty well. And I'm gonna sell some of the 4 Patriots on eBay too. There apparently is a secondary market there. I looked, I was curious, and people are listing them and they're selling, which cool, because I got them. My parents didn't do anything in half measure, is the thing. Which means I have to be incredibly creative and pivot. The bright side to this whole scenario is very much like the Matt Damon thing. Luckily, I'm a botanist. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I have to figure out how to grow food. I'm a guy who ran a shop and taught improv. I'm really a good person for this assignment. Unfortunately. Oh. True story. It's weird, through all this, I started to forget who I was. Sound weird? Remembering who I am. Probably the grief, right? Saw a really great quote by Stephen Colbert yesterday, actually. Stuck in my head as kind of a just being interviewed by, I think, People. And he said, everyone experiences grief, if you're lucky. Kind of an odd thing. But he went on to, and I'm going to paraphrase here, that I wrote down in my yellow book of quotes. Because I was like, wow. Everyone experiences grief, if you're lucky. Because in order to experience grief, you have to have loved something or cared about something enough to miss it when it's gone. So, everyone should, at some point, get to that level to where they love and are loved by something that misses them, that you miss. Makes sense? But yeah, it was just like, wow. I mean, the man's got a lot of wisdom. He's got a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom. Yeah, and in honor of him being taken off the air, which I do not believe was a financial decision directly by CBS. I think it was a financial decision based on fear of an administration that was going to punish them if they did not comply and get that court jester off the air because he was offending the king. Much like they've come after Kimmel. But with this one, it worked. That show is a casualty of the Orange Menace. Don't kid yourself. Now I've been watching him since The Daily Show and The Colbert Report. Let me tell you something. He is a smart and wise man. Don't underestimate the bards, man. That's an example of a bard that's kicking ass. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff. But at some point, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, I need to look up the Colbert questionnaire, and I'm actually just for the fun of it, because I've never actually sat down and this is a good forum to do it. I'm gonna answer the 17 whatever questions. I think that could be amusing, and then I will be known. And if you saw the recent tribute thing online where Colbert took his own questionnaire, that was really, I will not have a a list of A-listers reading me the questions like he did. That won't be a thing. Yeah, Martha Stewart and Robert De Niro, and I mean, good lord, Billy Crystal. No names, I tell you. Josh Brolin. I mean, it's just Mark Hamill, Weird Al Yankovic. I mean, it's just check it out. It was like done in 4 parts. I cried. I've been crying a lot about that. Yeah, liberal tears. But a good man's being punched in the face by a bad man. That needs to be called out. But yeah, I'm gonna research and start listing some Beanie Babies. Oh. What the actual... So yeah. Pam, I can't even. I feel that way, Kaiser. And by the way, thank you so much for what you did in the living room. I'm thinking about doing something similar, but I'm going to smear it on the walls like they did at the Capitol. Apparently you don't get in trouble for that. Yeah, whoever gets elected after this has got... They need to aggressively start fixing this. Because, wow, is stuff getting broken. Quite literally in some places. How's that east wing looking? Yeah, so I'm going to start marketing some of those beanies, because yeah, if I don't start now, that's a long-term sales project. That's huge. That's I just got 100 long boxes of comics. They're bagged, boarded, and in good shape, but I gotta figure out what I've got and start marketing. I've been there before. Not 100. I think the most we ever picked up, I think we picked up like 60 in a collection one time. 60 long boxes. Which, if you're not familiar, a long box is it's just the term for a long box of comics. They're the ones that are actually made for comic books. And I want to say a long box will fit about 300 bagged and boarded comics. They're 3 feet long? 4 feet long? 3.5 feet long? I don't know. They're really clunky and hard to move around, but they're good storage for comic books because they hold a lot. But yeah, I think we picked up an entire pickup truck's worth. Guy pulled up, had 60 long boxes, I want to say. We paid I think we paid about $1,200 for it. The guy just wanted to get rid of it. No idea what he had, didn't care. We had quite a few like $100, $200, $500 books in there, and a lot of $1, $2, $3 Bronze Age, 75-cent cover, but it's only worth $3 kind of thing. But made some money on it. So I know how to do this. I really feel like I'm on one of those goofy reality shows, though. Like Iron Chef, where they, the mystery ingredient is, For me, it's, you must sell MREs and Beanie Babies. You have 1 hour. Go! Gold bullion. Would that have been such a big ask? I see the ads online all the time. You can buy it. You can buy this stuff. Come in little coin kind of. It's easy, right? Doesn't even take up much room. You can have $100,000 worth of that stuff in your pocket. You're good. Nope. Plush. At least it's in my category, right? Kinda ish. And we did pull some out. We've got a friend who's been going through a rough time. In case she's watching this, I don't want to say. But there's a certain type of category, we'll say like jungle animals, that she's, infatuated with, loves. So we're like pulling out, the giraffe, the lion, the gazelle. We're pulling all those things out. We're going to put a big gift box together and send it out to her in the next, probably month. Because she's special to us. Pix's idea, and a good one. And we have lots to choose from. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna get some breakfast first. Maybe some kefir. Some yogurt, I don't know. I'm still figuring out if I'm hungry. I'm not normally hungry when I first wake up. I have a lot of eggs. I picked up some extra eggs yesterday, so maybe I'll fry up some eggs. Ooh, that sounds good. I am pleased they're not $8 a dozen. That was stupid. Apparently that had to do with a big bird flu outbreak where they had to kill a lot of their critters. And then some of the industry took advantage of that and did a little price hiking on top of that, and maybe delayed dropping the price a little bit longer than they necessarily had to. I know it's hard to believe that corporations would take advantage of that sort of thing, but apparently they might have. A little bit. Because you want it, right? If you want it, you'll pay it, right? Like gas. It's go juice. You need to make your car go, right? You want to be able to get to work tomorrow, right? So you're going to pay it. You're going to pay it and you're going to like it. And who's going to tell us no? Because here's the thing. We collectively paid $1 billion to the guy in charge right now. And he promised us while he was running for president that he would make it worth our while. Anybody remember that? I do. The orange guy had all the big oil people and said, give me $1 billion to help me get in there again, and I'll help you. So current prices, Venezuela, all this other nonsense. Consider that. Oh, and how many people aren't talking about Epstein right now? How many people are only talking about Iran? Or the East Wing? Or the ballroom? What's in those files that you don't want us to see? Once you do, how bad is it? Considering what we've already seen, this has got to be pretty serious. Because some of the stuff that's already gotten out doesn't look good. You don't look like somebody I'd let babysit my kids. Ever. And they're actually over 18 now, and I still wouldn't want you in the same room. What'd you do? Would you be ashamed, or are you just worried about being locked up? I don't know if you're capable of shame, so. So it's fear, right? Hurt your brand, put you in jail. I think I get it. I know a few categories that are worse than what we've seen so far. You ever in New Mexico? Anyway, I got my suspicions. Because there are a couple things out there that don't have a statute of limitations. Not that many. There's one big one that comes to mind. There's no statute of limitations. Because that other person can't come back. So they don't let you escape from the consequences. It's kind of the gist, right? You end one, you lose yours. Regardless. You wanted them to stop investigating New Mexico, huh? Why? I got my suspicions. Anyway. So, hug your parents. Remind them gently that 10 totes of Beanie Babies is quite enough. 20, unnecessary. 60 is right out. Hug your kids. Sell the 60 totes of Beanie Babies before you pass. Please. And make it a great day.